the Dark Tomb. So this is a 1 to 5 player, 4-player cooperative, 1 player can play as a monster, dungeon crawler. Let me give you a little backstory here.
Okay.
Ooh, I like backstory.
The sun hasn't risen over the city of Goria in over a decade. Pestilence runs rampant and rations have dwindled to mere scraps. Deep below the city's surface lie the dark and cursed crypts of Aurelian, where the most evil and destructive of creatures have lain to rest. Some believe that the city's hard luck began almost 200 years ago, upon the entombment of Oram, the most insidious executioner of his era. There are rumors that he was buried with the Amulet of Fire, a magical object so powerful it is not safe in the hands of any mortal. The only hope for Goria is to search out Oram and reclaim the amulet to restore light to the land. Alright, so first off, everybody needs to pick a character that's going to enter the tomb. Go ahead and take a look at your character. You've got 1 character card, and then 2 ability or action cards.
Darvan, I must be some sort of wizard.
Go ahead and place your character on the matching starting area on the catacomb map.
Oh, okay.
Okay, got it.
And place 1 of your cubes on your max health points. You can never have more than that. If you ever have 0 HP, you're dead and you are removed. If all of us die, we lose and we can restart on the current chamber.
Okay.
Our goal is to clear all of these chambers, reveal all the chambers, and defeat all of the monsters that appear.
Okay.
Once that happens, we immediately clear the chamber. We move down to the next level. There are 3 levels. Once we clear all the levels, we win. All right, we have our characters set up. So we'll talk a little bit about. We just went over the chambers. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Highest number goes first. So the way that this works is we're going to each take a turn, starting with Kyle. After I go, the chamber goes. And during that, we're just going to roll the dice for a seismic event to see if we take any damage. And then any monsters that are on the board are going to take their turn.
Okay.
They're just going to move and attack.
Okay.
Speaking of movement, on your turn, you are going to move and then perform 1 action that you have available. Movement is based on your move speed on your character card. You see, I have 5 boots, so I can move 5 spaces.
Okay.
Movement is orthogonal. Orthogonal is not diagonal, only in straight lines.
Okay.
So you can move. As a free action on your turn, any unrevealed tiles, if you're on the edge of your map, you can go ahead and reveal. And continue movement if you still have movement and you haven't attacked. After you reveal a chamber tile, if there are any items or monsters, they will get placed on the board. We'll draw a monster, so you know what we're going to be fighting, and they're going to be represented by these little black cubes here. There will also be items, which are these white cubes. If you ever stop on a tile with an item, you can pick it up, remove the cube, draw an item card. It's yours. It'll say what it does.
Nice.
Free actions include revealing tiles, getting items, and passing items. If you can't stop on another character's space, but you can move through it. While you're moving through it, James could give an item to me. Like if he moved through my tile and he can keep moving.
Yeah.
You can drop items on the ground. If you have an item, just put a cube on the last tile you were on, and then drop the item there. Somebody else can come pick it up. There are 5 different attack types. So we've got straight line of sight, which is just an arrow.
Okay.
That's just normal, just straight orthogonal. If a wall breaks the line, then you can't do it. There's one that looks like an L, that's turns corners. You can, as long as you can reach it in range number, and you can go around like a normal movement, you can check it that way. There's straight attacks through walls, which is like an arrow with a little line through it. So multiple targets in line of sight is the 2 arrows that look like Pac-Man mouth. And then there's multiple targets attack through walls, and that's the 2 arrows with a line through it. So if there's a line through, like a line going the other way across your arrow, it means it's going through walls. You can go through those.
I don't see that.
Nope, not on my starter stuff. And there might be items
Maybe
that we
with
can with extra.
None of our characters can go through. So you go through walls or just obstacles?
It says through walls.
So you're bustling
Wow,
through like
okay.
Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
Attacks require line of sight, which is determined by drawing a line from the center of the attacker's space to the center of the target space. Touching any wall, including corners, breaks line of sight. This does not apply to special attacks that turn corners or pass through walls. Attacks with multiple targets hit all possible targets within range. So let's do some example of how attacking works. An attack can be made if there's a target within range and the attack type. To attack, roll the d20 and add the attack modifier. So if I was attacking with, let's say, this dagger sling, I have a +3 modifier to my roll of 16. Let's say the monster had 15 armor class. You just have to meet or beat them to do damage. So I would have done 16 plus my 3. Would have. Oh,
There's a card with armor class.
there we go. Yeah, let's say I was attacking Kyle.
Which can't do.
Can't
It's a
do.
co-op game, but whatever.
Yeah, but you take your roll plus your modifier, and then if you meet or beat their armor, you're going to do damage. The damage is a little drop on the right, so I'm going to deal 1 damage. And you can only perform an action, 1 action per turn, but you can't perform an action 2 times, like, back to back on your turn.
Yeah.
So you use the cube to mark it. So next turn, I only have 3 options to choose from instead of my normal 4.
Yeah.
And then I would move this to whatever I do, and then my options change.
Okay.
So you can't do the same action 2
Twice.
turns in a row.
Correct. And also, if you roll a natural 20, you increase your damage done by 1.
Nice.
If you hit, and if you roll a natural 1, you, instead of doing damage to the enemy, take 1 damage yourself.
Oh, backfire.
Because you don't up.
Then
If a monster is attacking you and rolls a 1-5, it's going to flee. So it up so bad, it's like, I'm out, I'm done.
Okay.
And runs 4 spaces away. If monsters reach 0, they are removed. We don't get anything special for it.
But our goal is to kill all the monsters
On the floor.
floor.
Yes. And every time we do a full turn, we're rolling to possibly all take 1 damage. So that's our timer for getting done and getting the monsters killed. After we complete a chamber, there's some more rules about carrying items and regaining a little bit of HP. There's some terrain. Normal path is the stone. The walls just block movement, line of sight. There's some obstacles that block movement. They're little circles. They don't block attacks, though. There is water that characters cannot pass through without aid. And then we have gates. Passage and attacks can only occur when open. Gates can be unlocked with keys and will remain open once unlocked. So it sounds like we'll be getting some keys somehow to unlock gates as well.
Probably items.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
cool.
This is the crypts that we're going to be going through. We're going through the Chambers of Decay, the Catacombs, and then Oram's Tomb.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Let's play.
Let's raid some tombs.
All right.
Hey, thanks for hanging out. If you want to spend more time with us, do us a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, head on over to twitch.tv/BNB Tabletop and give us a follow there. We play board games live every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Time on a show we call The Board and Barrel. And we like to keep things interactive. You guys can influence what happens throughout the course of a game with our Buff and Nerf house rules. You can also make predictions on how things are going to pan out, play virtual bingo for a chance to win a free board game of your own, and heckle us and stuff from the chat. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you Sunday night.